Alright, hello everyone. Hi, how's it going? Ooh, I forget that I move my camera around during the day, and I forget to put it back into place before I go live. So the reason why we're on this screen instead of the actual game screen is because this game just immediately launches. There's no, like, start new game. It's just immediately, blam, game. So, we're gonna go in. It's gonna be fun, I think. I hope. Imagined Leviathan. So, I got an email about this game moving from itch.io to Steam. I can't remember. Whoa. You freezing to death. Left click operates your left hand, right click operates your right. Pick up fuel to start. Okay. Oh. Look at another fuel. Press E to start filling a file. Just needs kindling now. Oh. Oh no, don't drop it. Oh, kindling. Okay. This action requires life? What? Gather life, words on the ground. There's a jump, a very floaty jump. Gather words on the ground. Gather life, words on the ground. There's a limit to thinking. True. Sacrifice life for the fire. Okay. Sacrifice life, there is a limit to thinking. Oh, okay. Listen to a story by the fire. Find more life if needed. This action requires life. Oh, here's another. The seas are rising, said teacher.
I was shown a map of 30 years from now. My house, the school, everywhere I played, all marked as ocean. The seas are rising, said teacher. It's because we burn black corpse fluid and eat red corpse meat. I began to cry as mortal fear overcame me. Why are Mummy and Daddy letting this happen? I wailed. Teacher consoled me, and my friends distracted me with games. By the time my father asked what I'd learned that day, I hesitated only briefly before answering nothing. I was shown a map of 30 years from now. My house, the school, everywhere I played, all marked as ocean. The seas are rising, said teacher. It's because we burn black corpse fluid and eat red corpse meat.
Warm up, then climb.
I began to cry as mortal fear overcame me. Why are Mummy and Daddy letting this happen? I wailed. Teacher consoled me, and my friends distracted me with games. By the time my father asked what I learned that day, I hesitated only briefly before answering.
Oh. What an interesting kind of storytelling mechanic. Started speeding from time to time. We'll have to find a fire to listen to it. A sign? May tell us where we need to go, who knows? Once a year at Steelhenge. Okay, so the stories don't count as... What was that? I'm apparently gonna start freezing to death if I don't. I need to find another piece of fuel, though. I think my last chance is to maybe backtrack to that last piece of fuel I saw. Might be able to make a fire in time. So there's some giant... Needs fuel and kindling. Okay. Whereas the lighter doesn't count. Yeah, oh, the cold is creeping in. Oh, here we go. I remembered where my fire was. There we go. But that one doesn't play anything. I lost sight of the henge that I'm supposed to be going to. All I see is nothing but this snow.
Once a year at Steel
Oh.
Henge, on the summer solstice, we bring messages from our travels. Tales of life before the last winter. Tales we choose to preserve. We mark our messages in the metal, so our descendants will remember the mistake we made. We did not confront our imaginary leviathans.
There's a lot of them. Let's follow the power lines. Before the last winter. I got a feather. I'm so scared that these things are gonna find me. Oh. It's starting to get kind of cold. I can't tell how cold I'm getting because everything is white and black, so the white effect from being cold kind of... If it was like a light blue or something, keep spark. Oh, here we go. Freeze to death soon. Heck is getting pretty pronounced. Oh, no, left click. Freezing, yeah, I know. Bit more fuel. There's gotta be another stick somewhere. There's one. I have enough time though. Okay. I think that's as warm as we're gonna get, so we will continue. And we're running out of stories. We have one story left. Bam. What's that? Is that something? Oh. Minerals mined by broken backs. Axe. The fuel. Stash. Okay, so the stashes contain only contain lighters in the looks of it. And we can stack things of the same type, so it's really hard to tell how cold I am as well. Or if I'm even going the right way anymore. I think this game has a right way. What's that? There's definitely things here in the snow that are really hard to see. Whoop! I just bumped into something. Keep spark, get fuel. And I'm gonna listen to it. Always keep the spark. Keep moving. I should probably try to warm up soon. I mean, another stick. Shivering. Yeah, I know I'm cold. I wonder how harsh the failure condition is. I'm kind of lost now, I think. And now all I need is some kindling. Sweet, okay. Are these all supposed to say something? I think I came from that direction, but I'm not entirely sure. Didn't actually play the story though. I feel like I might be missing out on some of the storytelling in the game. Okay, here's the fence. Here's the arrow pointing me onward. Okay, so I have to go without turning. We just have to walk out into the white void. Oh, thank goodness there's something there. Oh, did we find the henge? Ugh. Scavenge for fuel. I feel like fuel's a lot harder to find than kindling. I thought kindling would be super hard. But it turns out it might be fuel that's like the hardest thing to find. Click to inscribe life. Read one of the weeks disposed by the slight summer thaw. You find a piece of obsidian you left here last year. Taking it firmly in hand, you begin to inscribe a message to your descendants, a warning not to overlook great threats, even if they are hard to think about. Oh, this year you chose to inscribe a tale of this very ritual so that it may continue past your death. Oh, this is a work in progress. Oh, okay. Wait, why can't I? Oh, that was weird. So this is a story about talking about problems, even if they're hard to talk about, sort of thing.
I was shown a map of 30 years from now. My house, the school, everywhere I played, all marked as ocean. The seas are rising, said teacher. It's because we burn black corpse meat and eat red corpse meat. Oh, more than fear overcame me. Daddy letting this happen. Teacher consoled me, and my friends distracted me with games. By the time my father asked what I'd learned that day, I hesitated only briefly before answering nothing.
happens if the Leviathan catches us? If we are not quiet? It can kill us. Maybe this game's actually like still in beta. Or oops. We can't like actually there's no failure state yet. And why doesn't this one have any dialogue? I mean, last time I followed the power lines, what if we go a different direction? Can we freeze to death? I mean, the Leviathans showed up and I kept moving. Oh, look. Got a house? Rock? Nothing but the sound of the snow. Hi. How you doing? You here? Man, I wish I could like give you legs and you could be my friend. But you don't seem to be very talkative. You're kind of the opposite of Maisie. Sad. Well, I might freeze to death because I haven't seen any fuel in a while. Or kindling. That was cool, I found something new that time. I wonder how big the map is. It's cold, man. It's really cold here, yeah. This is actually my second playthrough of the game. It's like a interactive, like, narrative sort of thing. Oh, look, picnic tables. I didn't find these last time. Oh, hey, another story. The universe is ancient and massive. Oh, no, pick it up. Pick it up? Okay, if I find another piece of fuel... But I kind of finished Bloodstained. I already experienced that story. I want to experience new stories. Hey. That one doesn't talk. Does this one talk? No?
While eating a ham sandwich, I began to doubt reality. I read an article about a purely virtual computer capable of running programs built inside a children's game. The universe is ancient and massive, thought I. There must be many species with whole world simulation, thousands of times more complex than a child's. In the face of such an overwhelming number of cyber worlds, isn't it unlikely that we live in the one true reality?
I mean, we make up worlds all the time. Who's to say that the one that we're experiencing is actually, quote-unquote, real world? You know, we just say this is the reality we're currently experiencing. We'll just wander around more. Never finished? Well, you just do new Mary. You never finished Bloodstained. Oh, it's one of those games. Oh, I'll define my unfinished criteria as in completed the main story. That's another. Oh wait, no. Pick up fuel. Pick up fuel. Is there more fuel here? No. I need the fuel to not freeze to death. At least I think so. I mean, we could just walk forever and see if I eventually freeze to death. I haven't tried that yet. There's also these flying monsters that... Oh. That they tell me to be quiet when it was nearby. You still have Zenketsu mode and boss rush and bunch, right? I mean, there's a lot to do there, yeah. But there's a lot of other games I want to play through, so... Or stream. Might do that on my own personal time. Am I actually walking? Yeah, I'm actually walking. Okay. I think. What are we walking into, though, is the question. We're just gonna freeze to death? Dude, it's a small indie game, give it. Kinda like the simpler aesthetic. It's kind of a refresher after Bloodstained's super graphically intense. Is it still? Wow, there's nothing out here. Can we freeze to death? When you saw how many in the credits for Bloodstained, it was like... How many minutes of credits? Like 30 minutes? This game showed its credits in like 5 seconds. Like there's maybe like a handful of people that work on this. I'd have to go back and look for the one time I finished it. I wonder if... Can I actually freeze to death, or is that not implemented yet? Quite possibly it's not implemented yet. Yeah, because I think by now I should have frozen to death. Interesting, if I look up in the air... I can't move forward. That's weird. Do you hear music? I feel like I'm playing Dead by Daylight and I'm trying to figure out where the killer is by listening to their footsteps. Our vision's getting a little more obscured. I just barely noticed it. Maybe we will freeze to death. It's gonna take a lot longer than I expected it would.
Terrifying world. Everywhere I play.
It's happening.
Everywhere I play.
What happened? Four people worked on this game, so... And they're still working on it, it looks like. Oh my goodness. Wait, why can't I? Oh, I can't mouse anymore? Can't click on any of the links. Let's try following the Leviathans this time. And then I might switch over to a different game for the last... Well, I mean, I've only been going half an hour, so I might switch over to a different game for a bit. I'm trying to think if I have another spooky game I could play for October, but... I wonder if I can see the white snow thing again. Like, there's this giant snowflake thing I could have sworn passed in front of me at one point. So is it the first life I add doesn't get...
I was shown a map of 30 years from now. My house, the school, everywhere I played, all marked as ocean. The seas are rising, said teacher. It's because we burned black corpse fluid and eat red corpse meat. I began to cry as mortal fear overcame me. Why are Mummy and Daddy letting this happen? I wailed. Teacher consoled me, and my friends distracted me with games. By the time my father asked what I'd learned that day, I hesitated only briefly before answering nothing.
Can't seem to get... There we go. Leviathan! Hi! Hi, Leviathan! Okay, doesn't seem to wanna eat me today, so... It seemed to be moving roughly in this direction. Whoa! That was definitely like a crawling figure. Oh. Another bit of life that I hadn't found before. Feather. Oh, there's another one. Need to find some kindling before I freeze to death. Oh, here's kindling. There's also another story right here that I don't think I've heard it tell me. Well, there's a limit to how much I can carry, apparently.
We were distraught when he was diagnosed, but after a year using the wheelchair, life was getting good for Father again. We had a routine. I took care of him. Then one day, he was hit by a speeding car right outside the house. It could have happened to absolutely anyone. We never found the culprit. I was in shock, but years went by and I started to forget. I started speeding from time to time. I used to believe in a terrifying world. Despite the law, no one was really in control. It functioned only because we all believed in money, believed in politics. At any moment the veil could fall, and we'd be naked apes warring for sustenance. But I discovered the truth. This world is run by ancient Mayan descendants. They keep our brains subservient with mobile internet masts. Weirdly, I actually feel a lot better now. I know my enemy. Before the winter, I made fantasy computer games. My son would ask, where do computers come from? Exploited laborers under deathly conditions. Minerals mined by broken backs of slaves and children. I'd say China, then get distracted, eat takeaway food, and forget about it again.
Some interesting things to think about. Imagined are leviathans that we refuse to confront. Wonder if I can catch the leviathans. What was that? It looks like there's just a lot of, like, nothing. I'm just walking out into the nothing again. Oh shoot, okay. I wonder if they'll eventually put in some kind of bounding box, or maybe they won't. What the? What happened? Woo! What did I think I broke the game. I think I fell out of the world or something. Oops.